So within the Department of Management, we have a whole portfolio of programs. Of course, we have an undergrad, a BSc management, we have PhD programs, but our biggest portfolio is our postgraduate, our master's programs. So we have essentially 10, 8 of them full-time, 2 part-time. So if you want to study a generalist master's in management degree, you have 4 choices. We have a full-time 1-year master's in management, we have a full-time 2-year master's in management, we also have a part-time executive master's in management, and we have a joint venture called the Trium Executive MBA that we do with New York University and HEC in Paris. So huge choice, and then the remaining 6 master's programs are specialist programs. So our department is unique because we're not a business school, and we're proud of that. We're a management school. What does that mean? So what that means is, if you've ever heard of the saying, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. If you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. So I have to say, a lot of business schools, they give you the fish. So they give you the latest concept, the latest framework. You do case studies, and based on the case study, you have some kind of principle or framework that you walk away with. 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line, is it still relevant? The world changes so quickly. What we do is we teach you how to fish. It's not as much fun, it takes longer, it can be exhausting, and what I mean by that is we make you read the original research. We make you read those research articles that built the framework, that the framework is built on. So in 10 years, 15 years' time, when that becomes obsolete or something new comes along, you can go to the original research and go, that's interesting. I don't think that makes sense. Or yes, that does make sense. So we're teaching you those critical skills, which is what I mean by how to fish. We're teaching you those critical skills that will last you for a lifetime. So we prepare students for the challenges of the business world by combining a practical element along with the academic element of all of our degree programs. If you look at our master's program portfolio, almost every single master's program has partnerships with corporations. So if you take our HR masters, you have the option to work in pairs, students can work in pairs with an organization that is facing an HR dilemma, and you help them solve that dilemma. It turns into your dissertation. If you do the 2-year Global Masters in Management, you work in teams on a business project, again for a real organization. The 1-year Masters in Management, we take all 80 to 90 students to the same organization that has a series of business problems that they want us to solve. So this is how we prepare students for the business world, by helping you understand how do you take this academic information that we've given you, this knowledge, and apply it to actual problems that businesses are facing today. So we often say we want to teach students critical thinking. How do we do that, and what do we mean by that? Well, part of critical thinking is forcing you to read the original research articles, because you have to learn to understand them. You have to wade through that information and get the key elements out of it. But the other part of it is the assessments are oftentimes essays that require you to make an argument, to solve a case. But by making the argument, you have to support the argument with evidence. And when we say evidence, what we mean are the research articles, the concepts, the theories, etc. So this practice of forcing you to make arguments that are supported by evidence is something that not only trains critical thinking and analysis, but it's something that will serve you well in the business world.